This.
What's up?
It's called shit. You need to shut up and sit down. Listen. You talk and are stupid. You are why the world sucks. By Ninja on a Ninja.
What's up?
Cancel culture, fear of alphas. Oh no. Oh, this person's gonna be dumb. This person's not gonna be smart. Well, let's see what brilliant takes he had on one of my videos. I'm sure it's an invaluable take that we could not live without. I'm sure.
What's up, guys? This is Ninja.
Oh my god, he's so quiet.
Basically, I watched a video. I should start my videos like this. What's up, guys? Ninja on a Ninja, and that whole shit. But anyways, I have a video for you today.
Well, let me say this. It could be that he's talking about my guest and not me. Right? It could be the case that he's not talking about me. So let's hold out hope. Let's hold out judgment and hope until we see specifically what his issues are.
Basically, it's a debate. And I want to prove that this host
Never mind.
is stupid.
Oh, I'm sure.
That his I don't know what to call it. I guess ability or something.
Bro, he got the Asmongold bedroom set up right now. I'm cackling.
To beat his opponents in a debate is only because the people that are in the debate are also stupid, and they're actually way stupider than him. And the whole thing is dumb. It's a whole waste of time.
Well, at least he admits they're dumber than me. You know, so that's slightly a win for myself. Also, I do feel a type of way that nobody in chat has mentioned my new glasses. So if you hate them, just admit it, and I will suffer.
It's literally going backwards, and that's why I'm calling it out. Basically, if it's good, go for it. But if it's not good, stop it. That's how I operate. That's how I roll, right? People call it hatred. That's not hate. There's no emotions here. It's red, white, and blue. I operate in the white. I operate in the leadership scenario. Something you kids don't understand because America has ripped that fundamental core out of you, right? But I was...
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. No, I feel like I'm bullying if I watch this. Oh. This feels bullying, guys.
I was stubborn and I held on to it. Right. I was 7 years old when I first fought with the teacher who tried to take that away from me. Okay. And she did not. All the way until I was in high school. And it took a lady named Taz to talk me into it. She's like, so what's your plan? Basically. And I was like, well, I just, want to live my life. I just want to go out there and, be me and just, do what I do. She's like, okay.
You know what? You right. Wait, Val Talks is so right. He did at me. You added me, sir. So whatever like I say now, you shouldn't have added me. Don't start nothing, there won't be nothing, right?
You should graduate. I'm like, no, because math is so stupid. I don't agree. She's like, is that why you're not doing it? I'm like, well, yeah, it's because it's dumb. And I explained to her why I thought it was dumb. And she's like, well, okay, you might be right, and maybe I agree with you, but they just want to make sure you know how to do it and that you can.
You heard it here first, guys. Math is stupid. Math is dumb, and you shouldn't have to learn it in school. How dare they try to teach us math?
And she told me, basically, like, she connected some dots that made me more aware. Like, at one point, I needed to know all of the 50 states in America and where they are on a map in order to pass, right? In order to move on. And knowing that doesn't do anything for me.
What point does
it's basically the same thing with math. So I was like, okay, well, in that situation, I can, and so I did, and so I
what point does
passed.
he start
Right?
talking about me?
So I graduated. I got a diploma and everything, but I didn't agree with math, and yeah, I had that mindset my whole
Careful
life.
in the chat.
Anyways,
let's not lean towards
my point is, I
ableism in
went
any of
against
our
the system.
comments.
Instead of bending the knee, all I did was walked
Talk
up.
about
I'm like,
what he's
you
saying,
won
not how
here.
he's saying.
And then they're like, whoa, what the fuck? He handled it. They walked away. And
How
like,
long
hey,
is this
hey,
video?
wait.
23 minutes.
Like, fuck you, right?
When does he start talking about me?
me?
I mean, he said I was stupid
now
already.
We get to
so
this video. Oh, by
here
the way,
we go.
I do this because a stroke I had. I drool on the right side a little bit. So
see, now you all feel like assholes. Now y'all feel like the assholes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've defended you, Ninja on a Ninja. It's the chat that was digging.
which I do when I'm off camera. I do this so that you don't hear the because it's all loud. But yeah, anyways. Boom. All right. What? Oh my god. The white.
I agree. I hate white
I'll
sometimes.
go if I just shut up, no one cares.
Hello, are you here to debate? He didn't say shut up monkeys. That's a closed captioning issue. That would have been crazy.
Hello.
Hello, are you here to debate?
Yeah.
So already there's a fuck up. Okay. Hello, are you here to debate? Boop. Watch. Listen. Hello, are you here to debate? Boop boop. The guy's not connected yet.
Yes, he
You're
is.
talking to nobody, and then
No, I'm not.
you wait for a response.
No,
And
stupid. That's somebody else calling. Oh my god. Google Voice. That's the Google Voice busy line. That means there is another person trying to connect after I pick this call up. So it's call waiting another person. Oh, honey boo boo. Please don't talk about shit you don't know.
Some kids.
You don't even know how Google Voice works.
Example, this test or this thing, and basically, what it would do is like you have a gray screen and like a darker gray, and the darker gray area would eventually turn green, and you push the button, and it tested your reaction speed, right?
What does this have to do with anything?
And then so we're doing that for a while. I'm like, this is dumb because I keep getting a low score. And like, why? I'm like, well, this because it'd make more sense if they put a sense of error in the way where you had to make sure you're not just actively randomly like an impulse, right? If you're doing it off of impulse, cool, but if it's the wrong impulse, then it's not cool. So a better test would be to put a yellow or like a softer green or something, basically. And if you still push the button, it's bad then, basically. So all my friends are like, oh, because they just shut up because that made sense, right? And they didn't expect that, but that's an example, basically, because there are people that will have an impulse, but that doesn't make you smart. What makes you smart is if your impulse is accurate.
Again, the line was connected. The beep you heard was a busy signal telling me that somebody else was also trying to call. So you're going on this tirade and you don't even know how Google Voice works, homie.
That's what makes you smart.
That is embarrassing.
What makes you a good person, right? Because people can have an impulse. It doesn't matter, but if you make the correct impulse, that's what matters, anyways. Watch.
Hello, are you here to debate?
Boop boop.
Okay, you guys want to see something?
Boop boop.
You guys want to see me prove what the fuck I'm talking about? Because I just have a feeling if this guy ever watches this video, he'll be like, that's not really what that was. So let's just do a proof of concept here. So I'm going to call myself, right, on Google Voice, just so we all are aware. Okay. Here's the call. Okay.
Here I am. You hear me. Now somebody else call. Right now. Somebody else call the calling line.
I will show you guys that it's a busy signal. So here I am on the call. Oh, look at that. It's busy. Oh, do you hear that? Do you hear the beep? Let's just keep listening. Oh, and then I can do this. Hello, are you here to debate? You don't have to say.
Complain about beeps and boops.
You complain about them beeps and boops all day.
Real quick, while I got you on the line, when is a good time for me to talk to you about Sinners? Because I recently saw it and I remember you liked it a lot, and I'm not too hot on it. I wanted to talk to you about that.
You aren't too hot on Sinners?
That's the reason why I wanted to talk to you about it.
I don't know how to have that conversation. Sunday during the weekly dump.
All right.
That was, how dare you not like Sinners? So anyway, this guy just went on like a 3-minute tirade to talk about how dumb I am, that I didn't know the call had picked up when the call had picked up. And what he heard, the beep beep, was a busy signal that I just proved to you. So maybe the real person who's stupid, just throwing this out there, is the guy who doesn't understand how, there is no weekly dump this Sunday. Shit. I forgot. Maybe the real stupid person is the person that doesn't know how Google Voice works and wants to argue with people before he realizes how Google Voice works. Anyway.
Hello. And then, hello. Like, thankfully, whoever he's talking to is more of an alpha there, more smart, or whatever, and just didn't sit around and wait for him to chime in. He said,
who's the real alpha here? The guy who doesn't know how Google Voice works, or me?
Hello. Right?
Fucking idiots, bro.
Hello, you're here to debate?
Yes.
All right. Can I get your name, age, and pronouns, please?
Cameron, 27, and male.
Your pronouns are male. You use neopronouns?
Yes, male.
That's funny to me.
That's very progressive of you.
Yeah, I know. It's very progressive.
So you guys, male and what else? Like, how do I refer to you in the like male is the present tense? How to refer to you?
Oh, this was dumb. I was saying tense, and that was not what I meant. And it seemed like he understood what I meant. What I meant was, how do I refer to you in the third person? And for some reason, my brain went, how do I refer to you in the present tense? Don't know why, but who cares?
He, him?
Neither here nor there.
Oh, well, you said your pronouns were male.
Yeah, male, he, him.
So which one do you like? Do you prefer in present tense? Male or he?
He.
Okay, and which one do you prefer in the past tense? Kind of crazy that he just goes along with this. Because, like, he could have easily been like, what are you talking about, present and past tense? And I'm like, you're right. What the fuck am I talking about?
Him.
And which one do you prefer in the future tense?
Male.
So male in the future?
Yes.
So this is Cameron. Male will be going to the mall later. That make sense to you?
100%.
Okay, I figured. Cameron, what are you here to talk about?
So, basically, this is a common trope that people like to do for math and such. I created a field of study, and you aren't aware of the field I created. And so I'm going to act like I'm better than you because you're not popular or not smart.
I created English? The field of study is English? English.
In my field. Nobody would ever be smart if that was the case. I invented a field just now, and you're stupid because you don't know it. Like, that doesn't work, right? You have to agree to the he, him, them terms and bullshit in order for it to work. Again, that was something they would do in school.
So just confirming, you disagree with pronouns, my guy? You think they don't exist in the English language? Like, sure, if you speak a language that doesn't use gendered pronouns, more power to you. But what field of study did I create? Basic English? Hold on, let me just real quick. Just so that I'm fucking fully cognizant of my shit. Because you guys know I like to be fully cognizant of my shit. I created this? This is a Jovan Bradley joint? I feel like I'm not getting adequately compensated for my creation of a pretty, like, important part of our language that we speak. I feel like 5 cents for every pronoun everybody uses, at least. Where my royalties at, dog? But yeah, no, I definitely invented a field of study. And that's definitely what's happening, is I'm arguing with somebody about a field of study I most certainly invented. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm the stupid one. Remember, guys, I'm stupid.
And they would make
remember, he threw the first stone.
They try to exploit your ignorance or exploit your insecurity into siding with them. And this is why people are like, I'm afraid of my kid going to school because they're influenced and blah, 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 because it does happen. That is an example of it. There we go.
All right, and I pray you have more intelligence about it than the... Just, you know, because I like to be thorough. The earliest example of he, or of a pronoun anyway, at least the early examples of pronouns were found in 1841. That seems made up. Oh, this is just looking at like, in his just released book, What's Your Pronoun Beyond He and She? Linguist Dennis Barron, a University of Illinois professor, I hate that, Professor Emeritus, I don't know how that word is pronounced, but of English, writes about the history of pronoun use and the role pronouns have played in establishing our rights and identities. So pronouns have been a thing for fucking ever. Some people object to using they as a singular pronoun, but Barron points out that you at one time was strictly a plural pronoun. It wasn't accepted as singular until the 17th century. So pronouns have been around for fucking ever, dog. So I just want to know what I invented. If you don't understand how pronouns work, that's a you issue.
And it's not intelligence. And that's educational, right? There's a difference between intelligence and education. This guy is a dumbass. I would never follow him already. Just out the gate, no.
Well,
but
yes, because it's really hard for people that are stupid to follow me, yeah. People who don't have intelligence probably aren't going to be like real interested in following my channel, right? Just something that tends to happen. Now, the reason why I'm not saying it's an education for the person I'm on the phone with, is the person I'm on the phone with knows what I'm asking when I'm asking his pronouns. He knows what I'm asking. But instead, he tries to do, like, this is the thing. This is why it's a litmus test. He is trying to counter and go, well, I just use male pronouns. No, you're being an idiot. Like, you're being dumb.
5 minutes, so that's what we'll go to.
Pronoun conversation we just had.
Yeah, no, I'm here to talk about how you think that gender-affirming care is actually something that's necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with children, where children do not have the cognitive ability to be able to make rational decisions about their own lives, hence why they can't smoke, they can't vote, they can't go into the military,
I remember
they
this
can't
though.
gamble, they can't do anything that an adult would do, but you're going to allow them to change their lives.
Yeah, so the reason why this is a really stupid argument, and you can make the case, so just, I'm going to pick apart this before this guy even gets into it. The reason why, maybe I should do this more often, is like actually watch the debates I have. And the reason why this is a really stupid argument is he's naming legal things that children can't do. Smoke, drink, those are legal distinctions, right? They're not, now those laws have been crafted for certain reasons, but if you're going, well, it's about, you know, the fact that they can't drink, like children can't drink. There are some parts of the world where children do drink. So like you're arguing from a legal perspective when we're not having a legal conversation. If we're gonna have a conversation on cognition, that's fine. But now we have to have a different conversation. We have to have a cognition conversation. You have to provide me like actual scientific backed stuff, not just, well, kids can't drink, kids can't get tattoos. Okay, that's because those are legal distinctions.
For the rest of their lives and not be able to reverse it on what basis?
Why can children drive cars? Right? Why can a 16-year-old drive a car? If that's also something that that requires a level of cognition that if something happens, will result in a life-changing thing. Right? The difference is, especially when we get in this conversation of consent, right? People that think, well, children can't consent, so why should they be allowed to go through any of these medical decisions? Well, it's not about consent, it's about assent. Right? The parents are who are consenting. The children are just assenting. Second, when we talk about children being unable to consent, we talk about them being unable to consent with an adult. Right? There's a difference between, like, I'm sorry, and some people might think this, but I don't. I have two 16-year-olds fucking has no. I'm not sitting here going, this is terrible. We should never let this happen. Kids are kids. Kids are gonna fuck. Right? Kids are gonna have sex. You're not going to sit here and arrest those two children because you believe they didn't have the inability to consent. But when it comes to consenting with adults, there are different things at play. There are power dynamics. There's manipulation. So this is why we say like children can't consent to adults. Not that like teens can't consent to teens. Like that's really stupid. And even in the case, it's that children can't consent to like sexual things. There are other things children can consent to, right? A child can consent to giving you a hug. Right? This is fine. We look at the way interpersonal relationships, sexual relationships between adults affect those adults, and we say children probably don't have the cognition to understand or handle these, so we don't let them do that. But most people don't understand like the difference between consent, assent, and all these things.
Hey, answer me this question. What's the drinking age in like Germany?
I'm assuming it's somewhere around 14 to 16.
Oh, but you said children can't drink.
No, I'm speaking solely about America, where the legal drinking age is 21.
Okay, so you're just telling me it's about the law, not about whether they have the ability to, like a cognitive ability. It's just
all he's doing is dividing it. That's all he's doing. You made a point. Well, I can't find your error, so if I split it.
This is the error, stupid. You're a fucking idiot. This is the error. The error is he's trying to make a claim that the reason why we don't allow gender affirming care is for some level of cognition, right? When his supporting evidence of that is not about a cognitive state. You don't understand how you dismantle an argument. Fucking Christ.
We're getting further from the fact and just splitting off into nothingness because that's what he wants to drag it.
No, you're just an idiot who doesn't understand the argument.
People, they will drag you down with experience and beat you with it.
Please.
So then why are you living in America? Why aren't you living in Germany?
I was born in America. I wasn't born in Germany. What is
okay,
that?
but why are you bringing up German law?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Your claim was the reason we don't allow kids to do these things is because of some sort of cognitive thing. But
he never said cognitive thing. I mean, even
was about like this.
I stopped at 5 minutes, so that's what we'll go to.
I'm here to talk about how you think.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with children, where children do not have the cognitive ability.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, bro. I don't need to watch the rest of this. Oh shit, dude. Fucking dunked on, bro. Fucking dunked on. Now who has Dunning-Kruger? Now where's the Dunning-Kruger?
I mean, even
There
he
are
never said cognitive thing.
He sure did. That was this whole argument, was that it was a level of cognitive functioning. This whole argument, you just are, maybe you can only listen to like the first 3 parts of a sentence and the rest just fly out your ears, but unfortunately I can.
I mean, even then, I don't think he did. I don't think he did, but
He
let's
did.
just say he did.
Holy shit, let's just say, just rewind. Like what I just did. It's a YouTube video. Just rewind it.
That has nothing to do with the child's cognitive, or it does. But what I mean is, people are making a discussion about the child's thing. We're talking about the people's discussions and people's decision, not the child's input.
No, his claim was the reason why children should not be able to do this is they lack the cognitive ability to do so. And his examples, why saying, well, because they do, this is why we ban things like X, Y, and Z. So because we ban X, Y, and Z, we should also ban W. W being gender affirming care, X, Y, Z being like alcohol, tattoos, whatever. My response to that is our banning of these aren't entirely based on cognition, but more some arbitrary set of social distinctions of like age groups. Because in other parts of the world, children who are these ages are legally allowed to do these things. So this would be a legal argument, not any argument based on like cognitive biology. Fucking Christ, you are not smart.
He's making it seem like we're talking about the child's input. We're not. We're talking about the child. We're not talking about literally the child. We're talking about it. Like, should we let kids
just don't
drink?
understand the argument.
We're not going, hey, kids, should we let you
This is what I
drink?
talk
That's not
about
what we're doing,
when
you
I say,
fucking
like,
idiot.
bro, the
You know what I'm
worst people to debate are people that genuinely are kind of too dumb to realize that they are dumb.
saying? Anyways,
are places where kids are allowed to do this. So it's actually just a legal reason we don't allow kids to do this.
I wonder why it's a legal reason.
Okay, but do you think that you would give your child?
And again, that okay, but that's because the guy he's talking to doesn't know enough to have this discussion.
You don't
and
either.
So he should shut the fuck up, basically, and
You
let
also
people
don't
who
know
are
enough.
alphas actually who do know this stuff speak. Basically, so that works. That's a part of the curriculum. Them going,
Bro, please spare me the
It's high
fucking
school and
people
such.
who are
because
alphas
the kids
bullshit.
that think they know, but that's what they're there because they're learning. And he goes and finds these kids that don't agree, that think wrong, and admittedly, you may be right, you may be wrong, or whatever. There is some conflict here. There's a division here. Somebody doesn't know enough to have this discussion.
This is giving
But
me
we're
a
having
headache.
it anyway. Again, it's just division. That's all it is. Division to make you fight.
Child alcohol or cigarettes at the age of 14 or 16?
I'd probably let my kid drink at 16 if I know they're gonna go out and drink anyway. I'd probably let them have like a
Right.
beer at home. Yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't make it like a
okay,
regular
but not
thing.
at 14.
14, probably not. But wait,
Okay,
wait.
But see, and Noah says probably not. And he's like, wait. And he keeps fucking with his nose because he's hella high off of opiates. All right. But anyways,
Now, obviously, that is just an ad hominem. Now, it's crazy that I just popped some acetaminophen as he says that, but whatever. That's not an opioid. The reason why I do this a lot is because I haven't trimmed my mustache, so the bottom of my mustache hair keeps tickling the top of my nose. But you know, I don't know if you've ever had a beard trimming at all, sir. So I don't.
so
That
he
is
admitted here.
not at 14.
I'd probably let them have like a beer at home. Yeah.
I would say 14 for alcohol. I probably would say no because I don't think that they're responsible enough to drink. I don't think a 14-year-old is, not that I think I like for anybody. So this is the thing. Alcohol for anybody over a certain amount is going to kill your brain cells, right? My reason why I would say like 16 and up is I think that like if you are teaching your child responsibly, like if they're going to go out and drink anyway, I'd rather them drink at home. where I can know that they're safe and they're not drinking, over drinking and things like that. And 2, when it comes to responsibility, I think a 16-year-old is probably going to be a little bit more responsible than a 14-year-old. That's it. That's my reason. Like, it's responsibility. It has nothing to do with like cognition.
Make it like a regular
but not
thing.
at 14.
14, probably not.
And that's basically, he just admitted at that point that the caller is correct, basically.
No, because we have completely different reasons. Which
We're making.
I don't remember if I
decision for the
mentioned,
kid.
but like, you're straw manning. You're assuming that the reason I said no at 14 is the same reason he would say no at 14. Why? Because
The kid.
I don't think
matter.
you
It doesn't
can
matter what the
critically
kid feels
think.
or what the kid thinks. We are making a decision for the kid. That's what we're talking about here. But again, he keeps splitting hairs. Like, oh, what you said. Blah, blah. No, stop being stupid and splitting hairs, basically, right?
But wait,
Okay,
but
because
hold
they
on, hold
don't
on.
have
If
the
I
cognitive
just
ability
real quick,
to make
just
that
real quick.
decision.
Wait, just real quick. If
So-
I, as a parent, allow my child to do this, are you okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with it
No.
because I don't think
Why?
that they have the cognitive ability. Just like you wouldn't give a 13-year-old coffee.
Oh my God, did you hear him
and
say
as it
cognitive
stunts
ability
their
again?
growth. Just like you wouldn't give a 13-year-old.
Also, I should have pushed back on that. Coffee doesn't stunt your growth. Coffee doesn't. The belief that coffee stunts your growth is a myth. It's a myth. So I should have pushed back on that. There is no scientifically valid evidence to suggest that coffee can stunt a person's growth. This is from Harvard Health Publishing. So I should have pushed back on that, but I didn't, because I didn't think it was fucking important to go off of.
puberty blockers like you're implying that we should do.
Okay, so answer me a question. You think if a parent gives their child like alcohol at like 16, 17, whatever the age may be, you're against this? You think a parent shouldn't do this?
Yes, I think that you should go by the law in your country to a certain extent, yes.
What is the certain extent?
See, what he's doing is he's looking around for spelling errors or undotted I's or uncrossed T's because he doesn't have anything on his own, so and he can't fight the facts.
He hasn't given any facts. The guy quite literally gave wrong information. Holy shit,
Has
dude.
to basically
Listen,
has the
Ninja,
ball.
what's this dude's name? Ninja on a Ninja? Fucking debate me then, dog. I promise you. I'll be kind. I'll be gentle, baby girl. I'll be gentle. You can't do it. I guarantee you won't be able to do it.
As much as you can to avoid confrontation until he finds, like, if you watch, I'm gonna play it right now. I'll play it right now because I think it's pretty fucking hilarious. But also, I want you to get it. Let's see.
Bill Burr would hate you. Just FYI. Bill Burr would hate you.
Here we go. Perfect.
Never address how women
I'm not watching you watching Bill Burr.
get concocting.
Well,
And the problem is the person he's talking to is too stupid to call him on it.
So
And
are
that's
you.
the reason why I'm chiming in is because I'm making it clear and very apparent so that you can see that, and so that this
Oh.
guy is called out on it at some point because he's feeling too good on life when he shouldn't be feeling too good on life because he's a dumbass. That what the fuck he's talking about.
the law says that.
And
at-
I know
True.
because I've had people all my life call me out on bullshit and they were wrong. So, anyways.
21
Yeah,
you
of
can
course
drink.
you think you were wrong. Of course you think they were wrong. You are incapable of getting out of your way to see your own bullshit. There is so much shit in your room that you can't smell the shit in the bathroom.
And yeah, at 21 they should be able to drink.
So
But
people who
again, I don't think that 21 is the age that a person should drink. I think it should be 18 because that's when you're able to sign up for the military. All of those things. I think at
Sure,
18,
what-
that
So
is
again, that's a legal distinction. This has nothing to do with cognitive ability.
a choice where you should be able to make whatever decision you want to make.
Sure. What is the functioning difference between your brain at 16 and your brain at 18? Like, what is the actual change in your brain that makes it so that you are now better able to make cognitive decisions between 16 and 18?
Again, that's more of an educational thing because he's asking you to spell the word and you need to.
No, I'm asking him to justify his argument, you fucking moron. If your argument is that, hey, at 16 you should not be able to do this thing, but at 18 you should, and you're saying it's based on, if you're just going like, look, we kind of just decided kind of arbitrarily that 18 is the age of like adulthood, and I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. It seems to be the case that this was sort of like arbitrarily decided based on like just some societal standard. But if you're going, there's a functioning cognitive difference here. I need you to spell out what that cognitive difference is. I might not even disagree that there's the cognitive difference there, but if that's your argument, you need to be able to justify your argument.
To know how to spell the word, but
I don't give a
everybody
fuck if you can spell. I could care less about that. How many times does somebody say words incorrectly and I just blow past it? Because I don't give a shit about any of that. That does nothing. That I don't care about that. I care about the argument.
logically get there and see it at some point. You realize this is why they charge more to kids for insurance. This is why they allow kids to sign up for the military and to do things and take advantage of them. And the only reason why the legal drinking age is 21 is because people spoke and the law listened. That's why once upon a time the legal drinking age was 18.
Okay, so I'm
once
right.
upon a time, and now the military rule
Thank you for just
needs to
proving
change
I'm
as
right.
well, because there's a lot of kids that went to the military that regret going to the military. Like, I wish I was older and I wish I knew more because I don't want to be here right now. A lot of kids experience that, and that's why they have it the way they have it, because they know that if people had that reason, whatever it is, that cognitive reasoning to just think a little more on it, they wouldn't go. And they need people to fucking exploit and take advantage of, and that's what it is. So
You're dumb.
You don't think that you were a different person at the age of 16 than you were at the age of 18?
I didn't ask you what I think. I asked you to tell me the cognitive thing that changes within your brain.
That's what it is. He's asking you, did you change?
Whether I changed means nothing. That is a dodge of the question. The question isn't, was I a different person at 16 to 18? There could be a million reasons why you're a different person at 16 and 18 that have nothing to do with cognitive function. Right? Between 16 and 18, I could have lost both my legs. I would functionally be a different person. Like, that experience would change who I am. But he is making the claim that it's a cognitive thing. So I'm asking him for the evidence that it's a cognitive thing. You jabroni.
That's what it is, but again, they're not connecting the dots here, so.
That's what I asked you. I didn't ask what I think. I asked you to actually articulate your stance.
Right. Spell it out so that way I can call you out if you misspell it and change it to something else. Hail Mary attempt.
Do you know what a debate is?
Right.
Does this guy know what a debate is? Are you aware of what debates are? I don't think so. I don't think you're aware.
Should be 25
And the guy's like, okay, I'll play along. I'll be dumb. I was stupid and acknowledge it because I don't know.
because nobody's brain is fully mature until the age of 25.
Incorrect. What happens at 25 is your brain preens off neurons it's no longer using. Your brain is always maturing and it's always developing. At 25 specifically, it's a common misnomer of people that go, your brain is fully developed at 25. That's not what happens. It just preens off unused neurons. So
Right. And thus, if that is the case, I don't know what he's talking about. I'd never heard that before.
Of course,
that's the first time I've gone this far.
Of course,
but if that is the case,
it is.
Then my example is true, and it's better to be a jack of all trades, because then my body has use for all of the neurons and not just the one specific way to go. Like, I'm not focused on that one thing. I'm focused on 10 different things. And so my body kept all of its fucking neurons instead. Whereas people who specialize, you only have the one set of neurons. And that's it. I have all of them, so I don't know.
I'm going to ask the question that I asked you again and hopefully get an answer this time. What is the functional thing that happens in the development of the brain?
He's wrong. Again, if what he said wasn't true, the other guy, if he said wasn't true, then teenagers wouldn't get charged for insurance. And it's just all it is dumbass versus dumbass.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You're so stupid. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Teenagers get charged more for insurance because statistically, they're more likely to get into accidents. And I wouldn't say that's because of some like cognitive thing. Teenagers just like, well, I mean, you can make the argument that it's due to lack of impulse control, but even then, I would argue that it's not that teenagers lack impulse control. You just tend to make dumber decisions when you're younger. Now, there are some things like the prefrontal cortex hits a really big peak level of growth in like your early 20s. Your prefrontal cortex hits like a peak level, but it never stops developing. It never stops maturing. I just wish people would stop using that you're not fully developed till you're 25, because your brain is never fully developed. That's not a thing. That is a mischaracterization, specifically of, is it, oh my god, what is it? I think it's this study. Let me see. I don't remember the name of the study, but it's just a myth. It's a myth that like your brain is not fully formed. Anyway, this dude's really stupid. Dumb as fuck, bro. Unbelievably dumb. Glad we could spend 40 minutes on his fucking nonsense. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching, and shout out to my YouTube members. Their names appear on the side. Membership starts at $2.99 and gets you access to early videos, uncensored videos, and members-only content. Also, shout out to Tier 4 members Blaze and Yemye. Tier 4 members get to help choose debate topics, and their contributions go a long way to helping me create higher quality content for all of you. Remember to subscribe for your daily dose of leftist debates, and I'll see you in the next video.